Hey everybody, it's your friend Sarmate here, and we're back with another episode of Settlement Survival. I hope we're having a fantastic and amazing day today. In this episode, we're going to get into a little bit more food stuff type things. I want to grab food processing. I also want to grab mill and the bread shop. All these things, we will have the materials to create. I double checked before I bought them. The only thing that we really are kind of new is the brick here, and you can see we have 216 saved up. Doing great with that. Planks, got that covered. And then over here, we need some rope. Also got that covered. So we're pretty good on all these things. And I'm really close to another tech point, which I would like to use to get into the bathhouse. Now, the thing with the bathhouse here, we're going to need some bedding sets. We're going to need 15 of those. And we don't have that yet. So we're going to have to trade for that. I have been using our caravans pretty often here, kind of trying to keep it going. I did lose the cats that I bought. I go to Rania, bought some cats. Was going over to Carlos's house, and the caravan had a mishap, and we don't have insurance, so I lost everything. It wasn't that great. We're doing pretty awesome with timber right now, over 10,000. So I've been selling timber to get the gold to buy the cats. Unfortunately, I was only able to procure one cat off this trip that we're currently in the middle of, assuming they get back in time. And then we'll have to go visit Carlos. So I'm trying to get the faction reps up, so that we can get to the rope experience with Carlos. And Ronnie is just kind of happening as we're visiting her for the cats. And so we'll get the dates and date sugar and this drink and a set, whatever that is, eventually here. Cactus Workshop and Cactus Seeds also, while we're working toward the rope experience. So a couple good things that we'll get as kind of a byproduct of trying to get to the rope experience. Lots of other good things are offered by Carlos. We'll eventually be getting here to the Chichen Itza, which you guys know I love because it's an unlimited graveyard, essentially. Really awesome. And then Ronnie doesn't really have anything I'm super excited about, except for the gem mines. That's really good trade stuff. And the Grand Bazaar is all right as well, I guess. But here, we have the Dense Farm, Orchard, and Forest Farms. These are really, really good. These are the best in the game. I would like to get those, but they're not a huge priority at the moment. We're doing really great with timber, as I just mentioned. So we're not super concerned about that just yet. I did add in a few things in between episodes. We have a couple more research institutes down here, trying to hasten up our technology experience gain. And then over here, I realized that we took out the apiary, but I never replaced it. Oh, we have a thing. Doctors have recently treated many patients with wind, heat, and colds. Seeing that people are vulnerable to wind cold in autumn and winter, he suggested to prepare some medicine or clothing for cold weather. Stockpile medicine, prepare some clothing for cold weather. Let's go ahead and prepare some clothing because that would be a preventative measure. And we got 200 down jackets. That's pretty nice. But anyways, the apiary. So over here, I kind of brought out a little road, and we have this area where I put in our forester hut. Just gonna be planting trees over here on the forester hut, which is going to generate mature trees eventually, which will be happy for our apiary. And that's going to help the apiary produce more beeswax, which we are then going to use once we get a tech point, which we got, to make soaps. So we're going to go ahead and go to livability. We'll grab bathhouse. We have bathhouse and soap workshop. That's the thing that I'm really excited about. We can grab that. We can afford all the stuff for the soap workshop. And then the reason why I thought about this was because here of the measles problem. I just accepted 20 immigrants. And I just got a quick, hey, you haven't done anything with diseases in a while reminder in my brain area place. And so I was like, I should check into that. So bathhouse, that's why we're going to grab that. So we should have plenty of space in our 3 market areas to do the bathhouse. I did add a third one over here. This one is just kind of in the corner here. I would like to fill in this area with some more fields. And then, of course, we have 4 mines down here. And I just thought, it makes sense to have another little spot for some people to live. I also added in some compost plants. There's a comment that kind of gave me the idea for this, where we have this area, right, that buffs the fertility of things that are inside of it. So I figured, well, let's put the compost plant in the middle of all these and build farms around it. Well, that's just going to help with the fertility, of course. So over here, I deleted the one grove we had in this space, put a compost plant benefiting a bunch of farms over here. And then, of course, we have this one way over on this side of the world as well. Looks like our caravan has returned, which is awesome. We don't have a whole lot of silver coins, but we will have a cat now. So let's go ahead and form another caravan. I'm going to set this up. I think what we'll do is we'll go to Carlos and sell some stuff to Carlos and bring the cat with. And we'll probably buy something. I'm not sure what I'll do yet. All right, Carlos caravan is set up. We're selling the 1 cat, 206 timber, and then we're going to purchase some cotton cloth. We need that for the bathhouse. Almost forgot about that. We're going to go ahead and form that, send those guys out, and we'll go ahead and get that stuff on the way. Be awesome. We're down to 1 laborer. Crap, I didn't notice this. So I might have to be a little bit careful what I'm doing, but we'll get some new immigrants here pretty soon. They're on the timeline, so we'll see those guys shortly. What looks like we just had somebody else die off, so we're gonna make some changes here. I'm gonna take this person out of the tailor, and we're doing okay with tools, so we'll take those 2 people out of there. This smithy was very important. We needed it to get back over our 300 cap, so we definitely need to utilize its smithy. We just need some people for now, so I'm just gonna hold up for that. Looks like this mine is empty. We're gonna go ahead and take those people out of it. Go ahead and turn it off. And then we're gonna have to replace the coal coming in, with something. So we're gonna go ahead and turn this one back on. We do have a mine over here that's ready. But I don't think I'm gonna quite put any coal in there just yet. I'm also just gonna reactivate some of these. So now we're back up to 10 laborers, looking okay. Now let's get some of those goodies built up that we just learned. We're gonna go ahead and go to services. We have our bathhouse. So with the cloth on the way, I only bought 30. Dang it. I need more than just 2. We're gonna get a bathhouse started up over here. This will be a good one to get going. This is a lot of people over here. Ooh, this one will work right over there. Just a side note, I'm noticing a lot of wrenches around here. We are gonna need to get to our repair shop, wherever that is. Here it is. And add in at least 1 more person. Try and get that figured out. Looks like we're getting there, but a little slow. So, okay, we got our 1 bathhouse on the way, and we are gonna need a second one. So we're gonna put it over here. More houses over here. It makes more sense than to go way over here when there's like 2 houses over on that side of the world. So let's go ahead and kind of bring this a little bit, and we'll go right there. Looks like I got another wrench over here. I'm glad we're looking at this right now. We're gonna go ahead and grab the repair house, and I'm gonna bring this one over here a little bit further because we don't have one on this side of the world. So we'll go ahead and place that down. And then, wow, look at all these other things we got now. I want to get, the butcher. Nice. We need that. We're going to go ahead and grab this. I want this to be kind of close to all of our critters over here because it's just efficiency's sake. And it looks like I built an additional trading post that I didn't need to build. Okay, that's all right. Anyways, yeah, so our butcher here, we'll get that started. And then I am going to put another one up over here because, again, more corrals and whatnot over here. We'll get those started up. And then we have the veggie processing plant. So I'm not sure what this is going to need because it's a new building. So we're going to go ahead and get it placed. And we will probably have to change something in our fields here so that we're getting the proper goods to build this thing. That's the 1 veggie processing plant. Before we build anything more with that, I'm just going to do the 1. And then finally, we want to get the mills. So these guys are going to use up some of these delicious oats that we've been feeding our people forever now. And we are going to make some flour out of it to make bread out of it. And I think we're going to kind of go... I wish I had this designed a little bit better. I'm going to have to think about these things that are increasing the fertility around the farms now. It was something that I never had to think about before. We'll definitely have to add that into our thoughts, in our plans. So I'm going to put that mill right there. And then we'll go ahead and come on over here and add in another one. And then we will add in... Ooh, let's go on this side of the world. Try and buff as many of our farms as possible. And then we're going to have to add in a couple bread shops as well. So this isn't going to need sugar, I don't think. I think it was just flour and water for bread. We'll find out. We'll go ahead and we'll put the 1 bread shop down. I think I'm going to put it over here by the transfer station. And then we'll go ahead and put 1 more back over here. And I'll probably... Do we have a transfer station over here? Let's see. We don't. Okay, so we are probably going to want to add a transfer station somewhere in this area. So let's go ahead and use our new handy search tool and do transfers. Whoa. Strange mushroom and strange lamp. I like that mushroom. That's cool. The transfer station. We'll go ahead and grab that. And, ooh, this will work pretty dang good about right in here. Yeah, so let's go ahead and we'll drop that down. Center it. Oh, can't center it. Okay, so we're going to go over here then. And we'll place that. And we'll be able to utilize that for all these goodies that are over here. That'll be really great. So it's going to take a little while for us to get these things built up. We are, again, out of labor. So let's just check over here and see if there's anything that we are missing. There's somebody died and didn't get replaced. Okay, looks like everybody was replaced when they passed away, so that's fantastic. New tech point achieved, which is very good because I am gonna buy insurance for our trades. It just makes sense to have this, so we're gonna go ahead and grab that, and then we're gonna kind of keep working our way down the trade trees here. This is really nice having this many research institutes, and once we get that rope, that's gonna help these things really work pretty well as well. And we'd also like to get some paper to help with our schools. So there's a couple things I'd like to get into, but we're not quite there yet. Veggie processing plant is good to go. Let's check out what the recipes are for this thing. Veggie salad. Okay, wild veggies, onions, mushrooms. Okay, these are just straight up regular little veggies into veggie salad. Okay, that's not too bad. And it looks like, oh, it doesn't tell me the stats. Oh, here it does. Okay, so hunger is 15 and happiness was 40. In contrast, we have chilies, so this is something we can grow. Hunger is 8 and the happiness is 20. So that's pretty dang good. Over double the chilies here. Yeah, we are going to need to plant some chilies, and then we can start getting some veggie salad happening. So we're going to go ahead and place that. And let's come over here. Ooh, nice. We got our caravan coming back. And, lots of things getting wasted over here. We are going to need the chilies. We'll go ahead and place those over there. And yeah, we were waiting for more people before we can really take advantage of that. And this is kind of far away for all those things, but that's okay. We'll just leave it for now. Caravan has returned. That means we have a few laborers, which is really good. Let's double check here. There's our bread shop, almost completed. And then up over here, we are still waiting on the bedding sets, which, oh, I think I messed that up. I don't think I did bedding sets. I think I did cloth. Or we're going to buy insurance. We're going to buy, and if I say cloth, so I typed in before, I did cotton cloth. Yeah, now we have 30. That's not what we needed. Darn. Okay, so I need to wait for some more people. But once we get some more people, I am going to have to send out for some more of those bedding sets. My bad. We'll have to get that worked out here pretty soon. I think I forgot the soap workshop. Let's go ahead and do soap. Yep, there it is. Okay. Fat, blubber, or beeswax into soap. I forgot that fat could be made into soap. Come on. I can't believe I forgot that. That's like the way that soap was made for forever. So we'll go ahead and we'll get this guy on the way. We'll do a soap workshop right there. And then I do want to put one over here just for efficiency's sake for the apiary. And now again, 0 laborers. So we've got our water fetcher died and then they were replaced. Okay, that's, oh, well, here's a problem. That's where all my workers went. I know we do need a coal, but for now, I'm just going to take these people out of here. I'll set it to coal. And I think I started these as well. Ah, there we go. That's where all the people went. So we'll go ahead and we'll keep one on the way. We'll do coal on that one. And we'll take these people out of here. Turn it off. And we'll be all right now. Okay, good. So let's go in here. And we are going to add in at least one farm. Get some of these chilies going. And then we have our bread shop. Bread shop is going to... Ooh, peasant bread. Ceremonial bread. Toast. Cookies. So the peasant bread and the ceremonial bread, I believe, let's see, that was for the church. I thought we had a church over here. Maybe I missed. Nope, there it is. Okay. Ceremonial bread. Ah, look at that. So what I think we're going to do for the bread shop, let's go ahead and go with ceremonial bread. I'm not sure what peasant bread is used for, but we're going to go ahead and make some, well, this is basically a cookie. So we're going to go ahead and make some cookies, flour, and then we have our mill, which should be over here. Yep, here it is. We're going to go ahead and make flour. Okay, we'll make the flour with that. And then we are going to go ahead and come over here and make that ceremonial bread. Boom. Excellent. Okay, so that's set up. And that'll get working here over time. And then we'll have that for the chapels, which will be really nice. Because then we can see what that will all affect with our... maybe happiness? I'm going to guess that's happiness. Yeah, because religion's there. So that'll be cool. Again, bread workshop. Let's go ahead and do peasant bread in this one. Ooh, I wonder if one's better than the other. So hunger 20, happiness 40, 20, 40. Okay, so they're the same. I'm just not sure where peasant bread is going to come in as far as the building's using. So we're going to go ahead and do ceremonial bread again until we find what peasant bread does. And then once we do, we can adjust accordingly. Soap workshop also. Good job, builders. You guys are being speedy. Nice. Okay, so we... what? Salt? So what is this? Oh, we need salt now? Oh boy, I wasn't ready for that. We don't have a ton of medicinal powder either, so we are gonna have to grab salt next, and luckily, we are kind of close to a waterbed right here. A waterbed. We are kind of close to a lake right here. I guess the river's right here too. So we'll be able to get salt, no problem. We just need to wait for that other tech point. Yep, we're only about not even halfway from the next one. So we might have to wait to get into the soap until the next episode. So we'll take Cherry out of there, and we need to keep that question mark so I remember to look back at the soap workshop to make sure that we get that set up. Butcher over here is ready to go. We're going to go ahead and get somebody working, and then we have our super duper meat chops. Oh, it looks like these are 1-to-1 now, but let's see. It takes a meat or a mutton, 8 and 20, and turns it into an 8 and 20. This is just something that can be used to make cured meat at the curing workshop. It's a kind of raw food. Long time consumption is harmful. So it looks like there isn't really a benefit anymore to using the butcher in itself. If you have the salt going, which we will, then we'll be able to use meat chops. So let's go ahead. We'll get some meat chops started. I'm a little bummed out about that. I really, really liked the butcher previously, but I guess for now, we're just gonna do another meat chop here, and then once we get our salt going, we'll be able to get some of those more processed and be delicious, I guess. So we're waiting for the salt. We need it. I didn't realize I needed it so badly. I wouldn't have used that 1 point on insurance yet. Over here, we got our other mill, so we're gonna go ahead and get flour going in that as well. As you can see, we have a good stockpile of oats, almost 10,000, but we are in the red with the food. So my hope was to kind of produce more food with some of these items, but it looks like it's just kind of more processed food, not necessarily more in quantity, but hopefully with the hunger being higher, they have to eat less. That would make sense to me. So hopefully that's the case. Oh, I'm just noticing if we hover over that, it says can be used in religious ceremonies. What happens if I say peasant bread? Nothing. Okay. Yeah, we'll keep it at ceremonial bread. And we might build another one next door and make peasant bread out of it, but for now, we'll just leave it like that. I guess we are using the chili seeds over here, producing a little bit more food. Oh, you know what we should do? We should set these up for ban so that they're only used to make those salads. So let's see if we can remember how to do that. So here it is under stock management. We have the ban option. We've got chilies. We're going to go ahead and ban them. You can see they got the little cancel X mark slashy deal on the chili there. Really hard to see, really teeny, but it's there. And it's also highlighted right here. So we're going to go ahead and do that, set that up. We have immigrants that arrived, which is excellent. We're going to go ahead and grab those peeps. And 17. Okay, maybe I lied before. We didn't have quite 20 immigrants, but we had quite a few, almost 20. And I don't see any diseases. Excellent. But we do have 28 laborers now, so we are going to have to set up some more farms and more food processing things to feed all these people we got going on. So I'm going to go ahead and fill in a couple more of these areas with some farms, and then we'll be right back. All right, we got a couple of farms placed in there. We're going to go ahead and work that, clear that out, and then we'll be able to put some more food going on in there. And I think now that we have the workers, I want to fill in, I'm going to pause the game just a second here. I'm going to fill in the rest of these for 4 people. This has kind of been the case. It seems like with the new update for food, we kind of have to have these at 4 people. It's a lot. And before we could buff these, is this where we buff things now? It is. All right, so up here, the pluses, we have some iron tools, which we don't have a ton of. We only have 200. So putting the iron tools in this stuff is going to use them up pretty quickly. So I'm not going to do that. I'll do it on 1. And then we'll kind of work our way through all these and upgrade them as we go along. So with 4 people in there, that's good. Let's go over here and double check this farm and make sure that we're at 4 on everything. And we are. Excellent. Double check our pastures. Everything's looking good over here. One thing I'm not certain about, maybe you guys can help me with that. So this pasture has 2 people in it, and this one has 2 people in it. But this one is significant. Well, it's twice the size as this pasture. And let's check out what we got here. So for alpaca meat, 445. Obviously, the size of the farm is twice as big. But with the same amount of workers, do I need 2 workers in these? Can I get away with only 1? I'm not sure. Some of you guys who might know the numbers a little bit better than me, let me know what the best number is. Or if anybody has some other ideas. This is suggesting that we use 6 people for this. And I feel like that's quite excessive. Maybe we could add a couple people in there and just see. We're going to go ahead, let's double that up. So we know that this farm currently is twice as much as this farm. So with 2 more people, maybe it's 4 times as much. I don't know. I'm not a math person. We'll figure it out. So we're going to go ahead and add those 2 more people there. And then we did want to add in another coal gathering situation. So we're going to go ahead and throw a couple people in here. And then I think I did see something happen. Oh yeah, it was a technology. And we needed to get into salt. So salt making. We'll grab that. We have, again, the clay. Ooh, look at that. 1,700 clay. Excellent. Planks. And then the curing workshop. All right, we'll go ahead and get that happening. We'll come over here. Resources. We need to find that salt works. There it is. And then we'll go ahead and get this thing built up. And then, oh, that's kind of dumb. The doorway's over here in the bottom. Okay, well, I guess it's not that big of a deal. We'll go ahead and add in a little road like so. Nice. And then we'll get that on the way. We'll be able to process some of our things, get some soap coming on. We really, really need some soap happening. We don't have a whole lot of sanitation, a whole 0. So it'll be pretty great once we get that happening. And we'll be able to produce a ton of it since we have so much fat saved up, and we have the beeswax that we'll be able to utilize as well. So we could find another soap workshop here. I'm going to put a couple more in, I think. Let's come up over here and get one started kind of like about right there. That's awesome. Let's go ahead and make this salt soap. And then once that's working, we'll be able to utilize this person. They'll be ready to go. But maybe not. Let's take them out of there. We're really low on laborers again. I'm really good at putting people into their jobs and then needing people. So not great. So let's check out our new devices here. We got our mill producing our flour. We've got 100 in the last year. So let's go ahead and find a bread workshop. Look at all these things at production cap here. I'm going to bump some of these up. Put that to 500. These can be it. Oh, way higher than that. Let's go 2,000. Okay. And so workshop waiting. Here's our bread workshop. It looks like we did produce a little bit of ceremonial bread in the last year, but not a whole lot. Only 85. So we may need to put another worker in there. We probably need to make another mill, really, and get some more flour stockpiled so we can make some more bread. So let's see if our church had that ceremonial bread in it. Let's see if I can find it. Here we go. I guess I can't tell, and there's no inventory thing that I can see right now. So I'm not sure if it has used any ceremonial bread or not. We have the ceremonial bread. I'm not sure if they're just eating it or if it's being used in the chapel as I kind of would prefer it to be. But we'll just have to make some more. We'll be able to probably see it in both places. They're eating it straight up and we're using it in the church. That'll be good to have both. Ooh, happiness is not good. 90. Look at that grumbly face. Not good. So pretty soon we'll be able to get down to the theater, and that's going to allow us to have the happiness increase. Looks like we need costumes for the construction of this thing, but I'm not even sure where we get this. Special outfits of advanced tailor made from leather, linen, or cotton cloth. So we're going to have to go processing, probably. Weaving, textile mill, advanced tailor. Okay, so that's probably where we build that stuff. So we're going to go ahead and we'll probably get into that in the next episode, as well as the theater. Let's go ahead and get our salt started up here. Okay, we got the one person working in there now. And I think that's going to be the end of the episode. Thanks for coming and hanging out with me. I hope you enjoyed this episode of Settlement Survival. Have a fantastic and amazing rest of your evening, day, or night, and I'll see you again on the next one.